So distinguished academicians and distinguished Chairman Liu and the Vice President Yang, distinguished leaders and guests, greetings from Hainan. I'm very much delighted to have this opportunity to share my views here. So the latest data have shown that the cumulative number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 worldwide has exceeded 60 million, and resulting in more than 1.4 million deaths since the outbreak of COVID-19, which has caused the most extensive infections unseen in the past century. China has given a swift response and effectively prevented and controlled this disease. At the recent meeting in Beijing to commend role models in the country's fight against the COVID-19, President Xi Jinping reaffirmed the great contributions of TCM to fighting against the epidemic. He said that in the early days, there were no effective drugs and vaccines for the virus. We integrated TCM and Western medicine treatment of TCM, formed 8 editions of national diagnosis and carefully selected effective formulas represented by 3 drugs and 3 formulas, which have been recognized by many countries. Our successful experience in the fight against the epidemic has shown the world the unique charm of TCM as the Oriental wisdom, and also provided a new historic opportunity for TCM to go global. Academician Zhang who won the national honorary title of the People's Hero, said, "The pandemic knows no borders and the disease knows no race. In the year 2020, the shared aspiration of mankind is to defeat the pandemic as soon as possible." China's solution, represented by 3 drugs and 3 formulas, is a highlight in the fight against the pandemic. Worldwide, the white paper released in June confirmed that TCM has played an important part in the prevention, control, and treatment of COVID-19. It also pointed out that the Chinese herbal formulas and drugs were administered to 92% of all confirmed cases in Hubei province. More than 90% of confirmed cases received TCM treatment that proved the effectiveness rate of over 90%. Lianhua Qingwen capsule and other Chinese patented drugs have been proven effective in clinical treatment, which effectively reduce incidence rate, the rate of conversion, and the mortality rate. That promotes the conversion of a nucleic acid to the negative and improves the recovery rate. And from the 4th to the 8th edition of Diagnosis and Treatment Protocol for COVID-19, jointly released by the NHC and the State Administration of TCM, China patented medicine, including Lianhua Qingwen, were recommended. So coping with the global public health crisis highlights the urgency and significance in building a community with a shared future of mankind. So TCM is one of the representatives of China's civilization, and sharing TCM with the world is not only the responsibility of China to the international community, but also a manifestation of the self-confidence of the Chinese nation. In the past, the biggest challenge for TCM to go global resulted from the cultural shock between China and the West, and the foreign nations cannot understand the TCM. In addition, the laws on drug registration and approval differ among nations, so this has restricted the promotion and the popularization of TCM worldwide. And in March this year, on the Journal of Pharmacological Research, the medical team of Zhong published their research. Lianhua Qingwen exerts antiviral and anti-inflammatory activity against COVID-19. It reviewed the pharmacological basis for this effective clinical treatment. It confirmed that LH significantly inhibited SARS-CoV-2 replication and markedly reduced pro-inflammatory cytokinase production, as well as so as to give full play to the activity of a novel coronavirus. So in May, academicians Zhong Nanshan, Li Lanjuan, Zhang Li and other experts in association with over 20 designated hospitals for COVID-19 published their research just on fetal medicine in an influential journal in Europe. So the latest research has shown that Lianhua Qingwen capsule significantly inhibited the COVID-19 related syndromes like fever, fatigue, cough, affected virus, morphology in lungs, and shortened the duration of symptoms and improved the recovery rate. So the latest publication of those TCM research has aroused increasing attention from the world. And many experts worldwide in the interview has shown that it is worth learning from the Chinese experience. And academician Zhang in an interview mentioned that in recent months, he had exchanged experience with dozens of countries in integrated use of TCM and Western medicine, and they have shown, he said, high interest in this approach and asked me a lot of questions. The HaiWaiNet.com of People's Daily released a report on the changes on the international status of TCM in the COVID-19 era. It said that the overseas media has shown increasing interest in TCM. The proportion of positive reporting on TCM has been on rise. So recently, Yunling pharmaceutical has made great efforts just in the R&D of COVID-19. So in 2013, the Nature Reviews Drug Discovery commented on the evidence-based medicine research results of a Qi capsule in the treatment of chronic heart failure. I see that this is a very valuable Chinese therapy option. So in March 2019, academician Zhang just led the randomized double-blind, placebo-controlled, multi-centered clinical study on the application of Tongxingluo TXL in the treatment of carotid plague. So Lianhua Qingwen capsule earned its reputation in the fight against COVID-19. It is also evidence-based. And the research has shown that Lianhua Qingwen capsule was superior to oseltamivir in relieving influenza symptoms, especially fever, cough, headache, muscle soreness, and fatigue. So for the high efficacy, Lianhua Qingwen capsule won the second prize of National Science and Technology Progress Award in 2011. So now, Lianhua Qingwen is the first large compound Chinese patented medicine to enter FDA clinical trials for the treatment of influenza and is currently undergoing phase 2 trials to evaluate efficacy and safety. And now it is at the data analysis stage. So based on Luobing theory, we have built a TCM platform for internationalization and innovation, achieving a series of important scientific research results. So in 2019, Yunling Pharmaceutical Research Institute won the first prize of National Science and Technology Progress Award, which is also the only annual highest award in the field of medicine and health. So after years of efforts, the Luobing theory has gradually become known by the outside world. And since the release of the English version of the Luobing theory, Canada, Europe, and the United States have established their Luobing Association. So the international conference on Luobing-related diseases has been held for 16 times. And we also, Yunling Medical Research Institute has cooperated with many international medical research institutions, such as Cardiff University, Leiden University in the Netherlands, Harvard University Medical Heart Research Center. So these achievements resulted from Yunling Pharmaceuticals' pursuit of innovation as a core competitiveness for more than 20 years. And we know that from the establishment of a theoretical system of TCM by the inner canon of Huangdi in Ming, Qing, and Qing and Han dynasties, to the emergence of pestilence studies in the Ming and the Qing dynasties, and then to the discovery of artemisinin. Innovation is the fundamental driving force to push the development of TCM move forward. So the mission of Yunling Pharmaceutical is inheritance and innovation for mankind. So over the past 4 decades of reform and opening up, China's pharmaceutical industry has achieved remarkable progress. However, we also are fully aware of the huge gap between Chinese pharmaceutical enterprises and the international giants. So to further strengthen the international collaborations, Yunling Pharmaceutical in April this year established an international trade center which aims to help TCM to go global while introducing the advanced technology and the products into China. So now, Lianhua Qingwen capsule, as our leading product, has registered in nearly 20 countries and regions, and is applying to register in dozens of nations. And Kuwait is the first country for Lianhua Qingwen capsule to register overseas, and Uzbekistan listed Lianhua Qingwen capsule just in its white list of anti-epidemic drugs. So, in addition, Lianhua Qingwen capsule serious respiratory products products have also been developed. So now, our Chinese patented medicine has been approved to enter the United States, Canada, Singapore, Thailand, Australia, and New Zealand. So at the same time, Yunling Pharmaceutical also innovated trading services combining traditional wellness and modern healthcare technology. Yunling Pharmaceutical has established Yunling Health City, fostering an integrated industrial chain involving medicine, pharmacy, health, and wellness. It has won the title of International Medical and Health Tourism Demonstration Base and has received more than 2 million visits from home and abroad. So regarding a group of disorders related to muscular myotrophy, such as myasthenia gravis and multiple sclerosis, so the experts team of Yunling Hospital have made breakthroughs and taken the lead in this field by using TCM therapy. So, as the COVID-19 is rampant worldwide, more and more international patients have come to realize the advantages and importance of TCM. So, in response to a global health emergency, and Yunling Pharmaceutical will make contributions to leveraging TCM to jointly build a healthcare community with a shared future for mankind.